Parnelli Jones, how are you going to drive it?
Well, I'm going to do the best I can, Chris.
A.J. Foyt, how are you going to drive it?
Flat out.
Here goes A.J. Look at him charge.
I don't think we've ever had a better field than this Riverside field. All the big names from all kinds of racing. Riverside's a good example of how a really top flight race driver seems able to move into other than his normal racing environment and still do a good job. Walter, you've run Indy and you're a sports car man. Clark's an overseas driver and he took to Indy like a duck. Dan Gurney wins stock car races here. How do you explain that?
Well, I think that any good driver can adapt himself to most any kind of a car as long as he has the interest in that particular type of vehicle. As for instance, look at the way we've seen Parnelli going in these sports cars. This is his first time, and he's just doing a terrific job. We're all real proud of him.
He's never been in a big modified sports car before, has he?
No, I don't think he has.
Well, he goes on to win this. That's no secret. There he goes now. Now, there's A.J. He's second to Parnelli at this point, or he's leading Parnelli at this point, but he ran into some trouble.
There goes Parnelli ahead of A.J.
Right. He stayed that way for the rest of the race. That Hussein's a big machine.
Yes, it is. 7 liters is quite a big engine for a sports car.
There's Roger Penske in the chaparral. Roger came in second that day. Didn't seem too happy with things. He went on, though. I think he won the following week at Laguna Seca. Walter, what's the trouble here?
Well, we developed an oil leak that eventually put us out on about the 7th lap.
How old is that Scarab, Walter?
About 6 years.
It's had as many retirements as the Marx Brothers. I think you had a 364 Chevy in there.
Yes, we used a Chevy in this car, and it worked out quite well. But we sort of outfoxed ourselves. We had a 364 in for the qualifying race the day before, and we put a 327 in, hoping it would run a little cooler and do just as well. And as I say, we sort of outfoxed ourselves.
The Riverside circuit being in the midst of the desert, it's about 50 miles southeast of Los Angeles. The temperatures get very high, and I guess heating's quite a problem, isn't it, Walter?
Yes, it is. Quite a problem.
Here's one example of it. I understand Mr. Foyt had a little trouble getting fuel, and the heat had something to do with that.
Yes, indeed.
I don't think that there was ever been a better field, though. As we said before, we've had every international star in the world. One thing that's a shame was Dan Gurney. Dan's a hometown boy. He was raised in Riverside.
Yes, Dan started way on the back, as a matter of fact, Al, and he really charged up through there. I think in about 2 or 3 laps, he was from about 20th up to about 6th.
Well, he's won stock car races here, but he's never won a sports car race, and the hometown people have never seen him win. But this was Parnelli Jones, and he came in first in the Riverside Grand Prix.